Just with the first phase of polling, the Samajwadi Party seems to be bullish at one level, but at the other level, they've already begun to find faults with the way EVMs are there, voting lists, this, that, and the other. You've heard it all before. Nothing new in what we were hearing today. Where do you think, what's the feel that you're getting? What's your information on the ground? Because the polling percentage slightly lower than last time. And this could be because some people haven't stepped out because of COVID or whatever. But do you think that really gives us an insight into which way this poll is going?
Good evening, Navika, and good evening to all my fellow panelists. I've been waiting very patiently for my time. I hope I would not be interrupted, especially by the Samajwadi Party spokesperson, who I want to rebut. आप या तो डेटा से जा सकते हैं नाविका, या आप एनेक्डोटल एविडेंस से जा सकते हैं, या आप एक दो एविडेंसेस दे सकते हैं, या आप कंबाइंड पिछले 5 साल के एविडेंसेस दे सकते हैं. 5 years ago, in 2017, UP GDP per capita was 47,000. Today it is 66,000. 5 years ago, in 2017, 32% of UP women had studied 10 years in school. Today, that percentage is 40. 5 years ago, in 2017, UP infant mortality rate was 63.5. Today, it is 50. No one who believes in data can say there has been no progress in the last 5 years. Question is, आप डेटा पे बिलीव करेंगे या आप एक दो एनेक्डोटल एविडेंस पे करेंगे? उस पे भी मैं आऊंगा नाविका, जस्ट गिव मी अ मिनट. आपने कहा कि 12 ऐसी कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसीज है जहां पे 40% से ऊपर मुस्लिम्स हैं. क्या ये सब जो प्रोग्रेस हुई है, ये मुस्लिम्स को हटा के हुई है? क्या योगी आदित्यनाथ ने मुस्लिम्स को हटा के सिर्फ हिंदूज के लिए इन्फेंट मोर्टेलिटी रेट कम किया है? क्या सिर्फ हिंदू औरतों के लिए 32% से 40% आया है 10 ईयर स्कूल में? क्या जीडीपी पर कैपिटा मुस्लिम्स पे अफेक्ट नहीं हुआ है, सिर्फ हिंदूज का बढ़ा है? ये चीजें आपको सोचनी पड़ेंगी. और अभी आपने कहा एआईएमआईएम के स्पोक्स पर्सन आने वाले हैं, आए नहीं हैं. आपके ही शो पे नाविका, उन्होंने ये झूठ बोला था सरेआम कि योगी आदित्यनाथ और मोदी ने सिर्फ एक घर दिया मुस्लिम्स को. हकीकत क्या है? 1.5 लाख घर दिए हैं यूपी में मुस्लिम्स को. तो हकीकत कुछ अलग है, डेटा अलग है. आप डेटा की बात करना चाहते हैं, मैं 2 आपको बात बता दूं. यूपी में अगले 3 साल में एक्सप्रेसवे किलोमीटर्स होंगे 1700. इंडिया में कंबाइंड एक्सप्रेसवे किलोमीटर्स हैं 1800. क्या ये डेवलपमेंट नहीं है? यूपी में आपने कहा, इन्होंने कहा कि गुंडा राज है. 45% रिडक्शन इन रेप केसेस इन द लास्ट 5 years. Riots have come down from 8,000 to 5,700. Dacoity cases have been reduced by half. 10,021 criminals with bounties on their heads are in jail. ये डेवलपमेंट नहीं है. लेकिन मैं एक क्रिटिसिज्म भी लाना चाहता हूं, क्योंकि आज का जो फेस हुआ है नाविका, जस्ट 30 seconds, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, वो आपकी शुगर केन बेल्ट में हुआ है, वेस्टर्न उत्तर प्रदेश में हुआ है. ये मेरी तरफ से आप यूपी बीजेपी मिस्टर गौरव, माय गुड फ्रेंड, वो खुश होकर कह रहे थे कि हमने फार्म लॉज रिपील कर दिए फार्मर्स के लिए, हमने एमएसपी दे दिया. ये खुश होने वाली नहीं है, दुख होने वाली बात है. आपने वोटर्स को लुभाया है, लेकिन इंडिया का प्रोग्रेस आपने रिटार्ड किया है. शुगर प्राइसेस हैव हाल्व्ड इन द लास्ट 6 years. शुगर केन आप बढ़ाते जा रहे हैं, उसकी कीमत बढ़ाते जा रहे हैं, लोगों को देते जा रहे हैं. देश का घाटा हो रहा है. आपको भले वोट मिल जाए गौरव जी, लेकिन देश का नुकसान कर रहा है.
डॉक्टर आनंद रंगनाथ.
थैंक यू सो मच नाविका. आप जानती हैं और पठान साहब जानते हैं कि पठान साहब की मैं बहुत इज्जत करता हूं. इनफैक्ट अगर कल मेरे पीछे कोई मॉब पड़ता है तो पठान साहब ही मेरे लॉयर होंगे. ये मैं आज खुलेआम बोल रहा हूं. पठान साहब विल डिफेंड मी. लेकिन मैं एक बात आपको ये और बता दूं नाविका, आपके शो पे 2 साल पहले मेरे साथ इनकी एक डिबेट, अब हंस रहे हैं, मेरे साथ इनकी डिबेट हुई थी. ये हारे थे, इन्होंने मुझे बिरयानी कुरियर करवाई हार मान के पब्लिकली. अब ये हॉक आई एक बच्चा है, इन्होंने ये ऐसे बोल दिया कि मोदी ने एक घर दिया है. हॉक आई ने वेबसाइट पे जाके लोकसभा की पूरा स्टैटिस्टिक्स निकाला, वो मैं आपको अभी दिखाना चाहता हूं. ये फोन आ रहा है, दिखा नहीं रहा. 1,35,356 घर मुस्लिम्स के लिए योगी सरकार ने पीएम आवास योजना के अंतर्गत दिए हैं. ये झूठ है, लोकसभा का डेटा झूठ है.
Ranganathan, Dr. Ranganathan, how do you see this entire approach where, you know, so-called liberals who had been turning, you know, apoplectic in the face of any custom that militated against gender equality today, are becoming cheerleaders for I don't know how to say it, but for regression, really.
Hi, Rahul, and good evening, my fellow panelists. It's a very exciting, so I'm honored to in it, and I must thank also Mr. Obama.
And in fact, by the end of what I'm going to say, I'm going to put him on the spot because he's a very dear friend. I'm sure he'll enjoy it. No, but Rahul, as far as your thesis is concerned, look, right since the nation's pulse was controlled by Mahatma Gandhi, if you're honest about it, we have witnessed minority appeasement, sometimes as virtue signaling, at other times as placation of victimhood. And I'm not just saying this, there are ample examples from Mahatma Gandhi's writings themselves about how extensively he committed to virtual signaling through his morning and evening prayers. In fact, at one point he said that even if Muslims were to exterminate all Hindus, he was fine with it. And as always is the tragic outcome, the Hindus have suffered, right from Khilafat movement to Rangila Rasool, to Article 35A, to amending only Hindu code bills as you suggested, to school curriculum, to Hajj subsidy, to ignoring Child Marriage Act, to Shah Bano. Every single time the minority has been appeased, it has only emboldened them for further blackmail and at enormous cost for their own community. This is what is tragic. They don't even realize this. What is worse? It has made our prime ministers to go on to declare that, quote, I'm quoting from a Times of India report, Muslims have the first right to resources, unquote. Let us now fast forward to the present. We continue to ride the appeasement horse and yet accuse Modi of communalism. The truth, Rahul, is, and not many people know this, in fact, the BJP itself, for want of embarrassment, doesn't advertise it. The truth is that Modi as Prime Minister has done more for Muslims than he has for Hindus. Let me elaborate with examples, facts. Has he taken control of mosques like he has of Hindu temples? No. Has he allowed Muslim women to continue to suffer the barbaric triple talaq? No. Has he disbanded the scholarship to Muslim students? No. In fact, Rahul, he has given scholarships to more Muslims than Manmohan Singh did. 2.37 crore versus 2.33 crore. Has he overturned the SC Sabrimala judgment? And I see Desai there. Has Modi overturned the SC Sabrimala judgment to placate Hindus like the Shah Bano judgment was overturned by the Congress to placate Muslims? No. Has he reduced AMU funding? No. In fact, he has increased it, including a 90 crore topping up. Has he, who condemned lynching of Muslims at the hands of Hindus, condemned lynching of Hindus, Dalits and non-Dalits at the hands of Muslims or those of Palghar Sadhus? No. Has he abrogated the Places of Worship Act to allow Hindus to legally fight and take control of Kashi and Mathura, their holiest of places, cruelly demolished by a barbarian? No. Has he, like Dr. Ambedkar did, said that Islam can never allow a true Muslim to adopt India as his motherland and regard Hindu as his kith and kin? No. Has he brought in the UCC? No. Has he repealed the anti-Hindu RTE? No. Let us now, with deference to my good friend Pawan Verma, let us look at Mamta Didi now. Did she change Ram Dhenu to Wrong Dhenu? Yes. Did she say Batla encounter was fake? Yes. Did she oppose CAA that brought relief to persecuted Hindus? Yes. Did she appoint a Muslim on Tarkeshwar Temple Board? Yes. Did she provide midday meal dining hall for only those schools having 70% or more minority students? Yes. Did she curtail the time duration traditionally permitted for Durga idol immersion to make way for Muharram procession? Yes. Did she grant 2.6 crores of taxpayers' money to Furfara Sharif? Yes. Did she promise to give land to imams for construction of houses? Yes. Did she pay more than 10,000 imams, 2,500 per month and over 15,000 muezzins, 1,500? Yes. So who is more communal, Rahul, Didi or Modi? No, thank you. Very briefly, Rahul, I'll tell you what the tragedy is. And here I would like to respectfully rebut both of my very good friends, Pawanji and Jay Saiji. History for us is either to be hidden or invented. We tell and retell what we like of it, and of what we don't, we scrunch it up and slip it under the mattress like a plastic bag. Now, first to my friend Jay Sai, he very correctly says to Pawanji that please dissociate Hindu rights and interests from that of the BJP. He's correct. But I would like to add to that, Jay Sai, please dissociate Hindu rights and fight for it from Hindus as well. I am a proud atheist, but I am fighting for it because I believe it is true. It is like saying that only gays can fight for gay rights. No. Any injustice that I see in India, I want to fight for it. Tomorrow, if there is discrimination against Muslims, like in the case of hijab, I believe it is discrimination. I am fighting If you're allowing other religious codes and identities or symbols to be allowed in, hijab should be allowed in. I'm not a Muslim. So, that it is dissociated. Fighting for a Hindu right should be dissociated from Hindus or BJP or any political party. It is the right, it is the duty of every Indian to fight for against what is unjust. Secondly, I want to come to Pawanji very respectfully. He says he almost cushioned all the appeasement and pseudo-secularism by saying that, everything can be sacrificed at the altar of Hindu-Muslim unity. I know he cushioned it in a very lovely, eloquent, literary language, but that was the essence of what he was trying to say. So to him, I would like to say sometimes I really wish I was born in another period, Rahul, like 100 years ago, 120 years ago, to a period where people, our great leaders, weren't squeamish at all in telling the truth. For example, Ambedkar, I quote him, to the Muslim, ibi bine ibi patria, which is where is well with me, there is my country, is unthinkable. Wherever there is the rule of Islam, there is his own country. In other words, Islam can never allow a true Muslim to adopt India as his motherland and regard a Hindu as his kith and kin. Was he worried about sacrificing what he wants to say, politically incorrect thing at the altar of Hindu-Muslim unity? Let me take another example. There are two religions in earth which have distinct enmity against all religions. These two are Christianity and Islam. They are not just satisfied with observing their own religions, but are determined to destroy all other religions. Who said this? Not a communal, quote-unquote, Hindu bigot or Hindutvavadi, but Gurudev Rabindranath Tagore. People must be allowed to say what they want to say without risking this so-called, paragon of Hindu-Muslim unity. It is non-existent for a starter.